So I love science fiction movies, especially the ones where there's some brooding evil scientist that's hiding away in like a secret lab in Antarctica. When you go into the lab, there's all these LED lights, there's beautiful computer screens everywhere displaying some sort of numbers, and there's probably some good-looking scientists conducting experiments in definitely not a sterile room. For my experience with laboratories, there usually isn't someone brooding. It's not really the budget to have a big super lab in Antarctica, and a lot of times the lab space is nothing more than like a fold-out table, some paper towels, and lots of Lysol wipes. And the people that are in this lab conducting research aren't pushing the limits of our knowledge and understanding of life just because they can or because they want to create a superhuman or the next step in evolution. It's usually to create advancement in our available quality of life or our understanding of life. My childhood passion for science fiction movies kind of turned into a career passion. I really like the idea of working in a research laboratory, and that's definitely something that I'm striving for. Last summer, I applied to 23 different internships, and I heard back from one, but I was lucky enough that that one was NASA Ames Research Center in California. And the project that I was supposed to be working on was lab work, and to test what happens to biological samples that are stored in ultra-low temperature storage called a biobank. So it's basically just this big freezer of biological samples. And my job was to test, well, what happens to those freezers, or what happens to those samples that are in the freezers for, say, 10, 20, 30 years. And all these samples have, are related to studies that were conducted in the International Space Station, so they're invaluable. And I was just through the roof with excitement on being able to work with such an amazing project. I love math and science and its applications in a laboratory setting. When you're conducting an experiment, to me it just kind of feels like I'm a little kid playing with Play-Doh and colored water and all that stuff again. And it doesn't really feel like work. I know it's really cliche to say do what you're passionate about and you never work a day in your life, but it really does feel like when I'm in a laboratory setting that I'm just playing, I'm not really working. And seeing all the data on the screen from the results lining up with the theory, or maybe even showing something that wasn't expected at all, is just another layer to kind of unwrapping that Christmas present of a gift that is science. So I can't wait to listen to everybody else's videos, and I hope you enjoyed my story.